Hey guys, welcome to another fun new editing tutorial, and today we're going to learn how you can add this really nice effect where you blur the highlights of an image and make it like this retro 80s style picture. It's gonna be really fun, really easy and simple, so let's not waste any of your time. Let's go straight into the edit. So first of all, here are some of the example photos of this effect so you would get a bit more of an understanding what it is. For this one, you're gonna need Photoshop. The process is quite simple and easy to understand. So we're gonna duplicate the image, blur the second image, but be sure not to blur it so much that you can't see the highlights, because we're gonna need those. And then we're gonna use a blending mode linear dodge add on the blurred photo. It's gonna really overexpose the image, but that's okay. Don't worry about it, we're gonna fix it. Then you're gonna put the layer mask onto the blurred photo and invert it. And now we're gonna use the brush tool to brush in the highlights that are hidden now. You wanna use opacity about 12 to 30%, and then you can just paint in more layers as you want, and paint in the places where the light is hitting, reflecting, or on the light source. And if you think the intensity is a bit too much or quite the opposite, not quite enough, there's the opacity slider on top, which you can control the opacity of your lighting effects. You really can't go wrong, and if you do, you can always fix it. Don't worry about that. I think we're gonna go do a few photos. We have opened the photos into Photoshop and duplicated them. Now I'm going to blur the copy. Let's go to blur, Gaussian blur, and let's set the blur amount so we can see just a little bit of the details. You can change it to your preference. Now let's change the blending mode to linear dodge add. Let's put on the layer mask and invert it. Now we're just going to use the white and paint in the light where light should be, on the light fixtures and coming off the windows. Let's add a little gradient on the bottom and on the top. So let's do this again, and we're gonna use this album cover. Let's go to the blur, Gaussian blur, and then we're gonna select the amount of blur that we're gonna use. Now let's change the blending modes, and you can experiment with them. Look what you like, look at the different effects that they have. Some pictures need something else. See, for this one, even the screen one looks really good. But we're gonna go with the add mode. So here you go. Now we have applied it to the second image. Now let's invert the mask. Let's make the brush really small, and for these detailed places you can go small and just bring the amount of haziness and lighting where you need to. Just like this. You don't need to rush. Every photo is different and every photo needs something else. And if we want to add a bit more of the highlights to accentuate the light coming out of the image, we can use the curves adjustment, make it all brighter, then invert it, and then paint in more light if we need to. So it's all up to your preferences and how far you want to take the image. There's no wrong or right way to edit. So I'm adding in just a little touches of light here and there. So I hope you liked this little video, and I hope you learned something new. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And I'm really thankful for your support and that you watch my videos. And stay creative, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.